For centuries, the identity of the 144,000 in the book of Revelation has remained one of the greatest mysteries of the Bible. Are they an elite group of chosen believers, a hidden society preparing for the end times? Or could they be among us right now, waiting for their moment to rise? The book of Revelation is filled with visions, prophecies, and symbols, some clear, others deeply cryptic. But few topics have sparked as much speculation and controversy as the 144,000 sealed servants of God. Who are they? What is their purpose? And most importantly, could you be one of them? Let's uncover the shocking truth. The vision of the 144,000, a secret revealed? In Revelation 7:1-4, the Apostle John describes a chilling vision. I saw 4 angels standing at the 4 corners of the earth, holding back the 4 winds of the earth, so that no wind would blow on the land or the sea or any tree. Then I saw another angel rising from the east, holding the seal of the living God. He called out with a loud voice to the 4 angels who had been given power to harm the land and the sea. Do not harm the land or the sea or the trees until we put a seal on the foreheads of the servants of our God. Then I heard the number of those who were sealed. 144,000 from all the tribes of Israel. This mysterious group is sealed by God, set apart for a divine mission and protected from the coming wrath. But who are they really? Are they a literal group of 144,000 people? Or is this number hiding a deeper meaning? The 12 tribes of Israel. A coded message? The 144,000 are said to come from 12,000 members of each of the 12 tribes of Israel. But there's a problem. The list doesn't match the original 12 tribes of the Old Testament. The tribes of Dan and Ephraim are missing, while Manasseh, who wasn't part of the original 12, mysteriously appears. Why is this important? Some scholars believe the tribe of Dan was excluded because of its ties to idolatry. Others say this list is not literal. Instead, it represents a spiritual Israel made up of all true followers of God, whether Jew or Gentile. Could the 144,000 be more than just a select group of Israelites? Could they be a hidden group of believers chosen from all nations? The second appearance of the 144,000, a clue to their identity. The 144,000 appear again in Revelation 14:1-5, standing with the Lamb on Mount Zion. Then I looked, and there before me was the Lamb, standing on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, who had his name and his Father's name written on their foreheads. This group is described as blameless, having never been defiled, following the Lamb wherever he goes, singing a song that only they can learn. But what does this really mean? Some believe this signifies a select group of believers who remain pure in faith, free from corruption, and are fully dedicated to God. Could they be a secret army of God, hidden in plain sight, preparing for their final mission? Are they the only ones who will be saved? One of the biggest misconceptions is that the 144,000 are the only ones who will be saved. But just a few verses later, John sees something even more shocking. After this I looked, and behold, a great multitude that no one could count, from every nation, tribe, people, and language, standing before the throne and before the Lamb. Revelation 7:9. This great multitude is described as coming out of the Great Tribulation, a period of extreme suffering before Christ's return. This reveals 2 crucial facts. 1. The 144,000 are not the only ones saved, but they do have a special role. 2. Their purpose is far greater than just personal salvation. So what is their true mission? What is their purpose? Many theories exist about the true role of the 144,000. Some of the most common interpretations include 1. End-time evangelists. Some believe the 144,000 are a special group of believers chosen to spread the true gospel during the Great Tribulation, guiding others to salvation before the final judgment. 2. The Bride of Christ. Others believe they represent a special, purified group, the Bride of Christ, set apart for God's final kingdom. 3. Spiritual warriors. Some say the 144,000 are warriors of God, prepared to stand against the Antichrist, fighting a spiritual battle during the last days. Which of these is the truth? And could they be among us already, waiting for their time to rise? The connection to the mark of the beast. There is a chilling contrast between the seal of God on the 144,000 and the mark of the beast. The 144,000 are marked on their foreheads with God's seal, symbolizing divine protection. The followers of the beast receive his mark, symbolizing submission to evil. Could this mean that two groups are forming right now? One group marked for God's kingdom, and another marked for destruction? Could the 144,000 exist today? Many believe the 144,000 are already here, preparing for their divine mission. Some theories suggest they are a hidden group, unaware of their true calling, but being spiritually prepared. They could be scattered across nations, only to be revealed at the appointed time. Some believe they have already begun their work, spreading truth in a world filled with deception. Are you one of them? What if the 144,000 are not a distant prophecy, but a reality unfolding before our eyes? Why this matters now more than ever, the mystery of the 144,000 is not just an ancient prophecy. It has real implications today. As global events intensify, many believe we are approaching the times described in Revelation. The rise of false teachings, corrupt governments, and mass deception mirrors the warnings of Christ. The question remains, could we be living in the generation that will see these prophecies fulfilled? The time to choose is now. While many debates surround the identity of the 144,000, one thing is certain. They represent faithfulness in a time of deception. Whether literal or symbolic, their existence points to a final spiritual battle, one where the faithful are set apart, protected, and called to stand firm against the rising darkness. Could you be one of them? The time to seek truth is now. The time to choose where you stand is now. Because soon, the world may witness the unfolding of events no one can ignore. The final test, the moment of decision. For centuries, believers have debated who the 144,000 are, what their purpose is, and whether they walk among us today. But one question remains. When the world faces its final test, where will you stand? The book of Revelation makes it clear. A time is coming when every person will have to choose. There will be no neutrality, no middle ground, no way to escape the decision. You will either be on the side of God or the side of the beast. And when that time comes, the 144,000 will stand as living proof of unwavering faith. But make no mistake, their path will not be easy, because before they see the reward of their faith, they will face the greatest pressure, the greatest trials, and the greatest deception ever unleashed on the world. The final deception. Will you be able to see through it? Most people assume that when the end comes, it will be obvious, that they'll recognize the Antichrist, that they'll know exactly what to avoid. But the Bible warns of something terrifying. The deception will be so strong, so convincing, that even the elect, if it were possible, would be deceived. What does that mean? It means the deception won't look evil. It won't come with horns, red eyes, and a monstrous grin. It will look good. It will sound logical. It will feel safe. It will be disguised as the solution to all the world's problems. And millions, even billions, will fall for it. The Bible warns us that people will willingly take the mark of the beast, not because they are forced to at first, but because they will believe it is the right thing to do. They will think they are securing their future. They will think they are protecting their families. They will think they are on the right side of history, and yet, in doing so, they will seal their fate. The seal of God versus the mark of the beast. This is where the 144,000 stand apart. While the rest of the world is marked by the beast, whether through a literal mark or a symbol of allegiance, the 144,000 bear a different mark. They are sealed by God. But why? Because they saw the deception for what it was, because they recognized the lies, because they refused to compromise, even when it cost them everything. The world will label them as radicals. The government will call them dangerous. Society will see them as a threat to unity and peace. But they will not bow. And because of that, they will stand under God's protection when the final judgments fall upon the earth. The fall of Babylon, a system built to enslave you. In the final days, the Bible speaks of Babylon the Great, a corrupt system that rules over the nations, deceiving the world with its power, wealth, and influence. This system is not just a city, it is not just a place, it is a global system, a system that has already begun to take shape. Look around, the groundwork is already being laid. Control over financial systems, making it impossible to buy or sell without approval. Media manipulation, shaping public opinion through lies and deception. The rise of global governance, pushing for a united world under a single authority. What does this mean? It means Babylon is rising, and soon the world will be forced to submit to its rule or face the consequences. But the 144,000? They refuse to be enslaved. They refuse to sell their souls for comfort, security, or approval. And because of that, Babylon will hate them. The final showdown. When the beast rises, will you stand? The book of Revelation does not paint a soft, comfortable picture of the future. It warns of persecution. It warns of betrayal. It warns of a world where true believers will be hunted, silenced, and cast out of society. The question is, are you ready for that? Because the time is coming when faith won't just be a belief, it will be a life or death decision. The 144,000 will be hunted, they will be hated, they will be pushed to the very edge, and yet, they will endure, they will overcome, they will stand, because they know who they serve. The redemption of the 144,000, the moment the world will never forget. Here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. The Bible tells us that while the world is falling apart, while the beast believes he has won, while Babylon is at the height of its power, something incredible happens. The 144,000 are redeemed. Revelation 14 describes a moment where they stand with the Lamb on Mount Zion. They are no longer fugitives. They are no longer outcasts. They are no longer hated by the world. Because at that moment, the truth is revealed, and the world will see who truly had God's favor. The beast will fall, Babylon will burn, and the 144,000 will stand victorious. Because they chose to stand when no one else would. Because they chose truth over deception. Because they chose God over the world. The final question: will you be among them? Now the choice comes to you. You've heard the warnings, you've seen the signs, you know what's coming. The world is moving toward a moment of ultimate division, where every person must choose their allegiance. And make no mistake, when that time comes, there will be no turning back. So ask yourself, are you willing to stand when the pressure comes? Are you willing to resist when the world demands your loyalty? Are you willing to stay faithful, no matter the cost? Because in the end, the 144,000 aren't just chosen at random. They are those who have already made the choice, and soon, you will have to make yours.